this meeting's being recorded.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So so I just wanted to talk to you about that, and we'll make sure we are on the same page.
So I've also made you a co-host, Angela.
Oh, great.
So when I have to leave, you should be able to, once you conclude, just stop the recording and kind of end the call for everybody.
Cool.
I will post
yeah.
the meeting onto YouTube and send out the link to everybody.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be great because I don't think everyone will make it to this meeting.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. What else to talk about? 2 minutes before our scheduled time.
I did take care of our flashlight problem. I actually added to my kits. I bought 3 high-powered LED rechargeable flashlights.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So they're USB rechargeable and they have like a massive battery on them. And I've got 3 of them. So we'll be able to use those to direct traffic and stuff.
Great. Hello, welcome to the meeting. We're still waiting for the rest of the PAs to trickle in.
Hey, Don, how's it going, buddy?
It's going pretty good. Thanks for letting me be a volunteer.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for volunteering. Always a pleasure.
Joining us.
Keegan, Josh, welcome. Got Marsh and Grace.
I'm going to mark down. So we have Don. We have Josh and Keegan.
And much appreciated to everybody for giving the grace for the reschedule last minute from the weekend. As you guys can imagine, producing is not a exact science, and sometimes we need to pivot. So thank you all for being flexible.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Welcome, welcome, everyone.
You want to give it to like 8:05 maybe?
Yeah, let's wait till 8:05. All right, well, before we officially start, I'd like to welcome everyone who is here. While we're waiting, we can kind of do a bit of an introduction if we want. So welcome, I am the first AD on the set. So the project's, the script name is Drink, Kill, Praise. And going forward, my emails will be titled with DKP. So instead of Drink, Kill, Praise, let's just make it a little bit shorter, the shorthand for this project. I am a Webster alumni, so I graduated just before COVID from the FDPP program as well. So I know we have quite a few Webster students here. Welcome. So yeah, I've been freelancing ever since. Going to be a really rewarding time working with everyone. Okay, passing the baton to Stephen.
Yeah, everybody, I'm Stephen Province. On this project, I am the production manager and project manager. I'm largely in charge of a lot of the logistics happening behind the scenes and contacting with the various streets department and the different people who live in these buildings, and coordinating with the streets and the barricades and all that stuff, a very, very important aspect of this production. And obviously, Angela is large and in charge on the project. She's, in charge of keeping all of us in line. She does a great job with that. If you haven't had a chance to work with Angela, I am so excited for you guys because she is awesome. So, does anybody have any just general questions before we get started? Anybody at all?
How many of us that is currently at this meeting are Webster students?
I'm a Webster student.
Sean? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you live on campus?
I do not.
Okay.
I am also a Webster student.
Webster student, is that Josh?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, Josh, Webster student. Okay.
I am also a Webster student.
Oh, I see that raised hand. Yeah, that's a good way to identify. Okay, Marsh, Webster, and Grace. Okay. Did I get everyone? Oh, Keegan too. Okay. Okay, so
Cool.
Josh, Keegan, Marsh, Grace, and Sean are fellow Webster folks. Okay, do we have more? Let me see. Nope, still at 10. Let's wait one more minute. So with Webster student, do you all have transportation? Oh, Don, Don? Yes, you have a question?
Well, I'm a previous volunteer with Stephen Province, some films he did in the past.
Yes, welcome. Yeah. So checking everyone here, do you all have your own transportation as far as going to set and coming home and all that for this weekend? Yes. Yes. Okay. The hand raised meaning yes, right? Okay. Great. Who else are having issue? So if you don't have a right now, is the time to speak up. No? Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that. All right, let's start the meeting. Stephen, do you want to kickstart the meeting with
Yeah.
parking situation?
Probably the most exciting portion of the project, aside from all the other cool stuff that's way cooler than this. So no, I jest, but it really is important. So everybody can see my screen, correct? So what we've got here is we're shutting down these streets for the protection. We're utilizing 11th Street for parking. We're going to be doing some shooting along here on St. Charles, a lot of shooting along North 10th Street, and some shooting in this alley between 10th and 9th. And as you can see from our handy dandy map, we've got 6 barricades set up to close off the streets. We've got permits with the city to do this. Everything's on the up and up. We're legally able to shut everything down. When you guys arrive to set, as you've seen in my general email, you'll come onto Washington from either direction, and you'll turn onto North 11th Street, heading the wrong direction down the one-way street. The reason that we're doing this is because this street, Locust, is a one-way street that comes out to Tucker, and you can go left or right there to get out. This is the easiest traffic flow solution to come in here, park, and stack up 11th Street so that when we leave for the day, traffic can just flow out this way. and we avoid all kinds of traffic jams and stuff. So don't be afraid to turn down the wrong way down this street, because this street is ours for our time. Because we've got these barricades up, and because it's downtown St. Louis in the area, we have armed security hired for our safety. They're going to be guarding people, and they're going to be guarding equipment and cars, so we don't have to worry about any kind of bad stuff going on. We are assigning PAs along with other crew to man these barricades. The reason for this is that we need to make sure that someone just doesn't, move our barricade and try to drive through. We also need to make sure that we can let people in from our crew. And there are building tenants along the 10th Street lofts here, the 6th Court apartments here, and the Locust building that, they need to get in and park. And we can't block them access to their building or their residence. So we're instructing them to drive and give us their code to get into North 11th Street and kind of turn into their parking areas here. They've got an interior parking garage that they can access through St. Charles here. So one of our jobs, aside from watching these barricades and making sure everything's guarded, is to let people in when they stop and give us a code. Now, we do understand that sitting at a barricade all day is a boring job, or can be a boring job. So we've done our best to rotate on three shifts throughout the first 2 days, so that everyone's moving around, and that we're not putting someone on a barricade for the entire day. You're there for like a couple shifts, and then then you're doing some more cool stuff over here for PA duties, working with the camera department, the art department, sound department, so on. Here you'll see on this map that I'll send out to everybody, I've labeled the barricades by letter. You'll be receiving the schedule that I'll throw up on the screen here in a second, and it'll show which shifts you have what barricade letter, so you'll know where to go. Everyone will be sent this document, the schedule, and a list of the codes for the people coming in, so that you know who to let in and where to direct them. So we've got A, B, C, D, E, F. For day 3, we're going to be off of Manchester at Columbo's Cafe and Tavern. That's a way easier day with less barricade stuff. So we've got A and B barricade, and that's a much simpler schedule, as you'll see. That's also projectedly our longest day. So those shifts are a little longer. Instead of a 3-hour shift, it's a 4-hour shift, 2 4-hour shifts and 1 3-hour shift. So, and I tell you guys, so when we are on day 1 and 2, and this is very important, we've got 2 people per barricade for the ease of moving the barricades if needed, and also for safety. We don't want to leave anybody alone at a barricade, because it's just a bad idea, especially late at night. Like I said, we have armed security, but we want to make sure we take every single safety precaution. If someone has to leave to go to the restroom, we kindly ask, everybody who's going to be working barricades, you're going to have a radio. We ask that everybody utilizes their radio, keep it on you, keep it turned on, and you'll get a little headset that you can use. Make sure that you keep that headset in your ear so you can actually hear when someone tries to call you. Because if, the radios don't do us any good if it's off, or if you leave it off of your person, and it can be loud down there. So we want to make sure that you utilize the earpieces so you'll actually hear when someone tries to call you, or that we can hear you if you try to call us. Also on the radios, we've got an HQ set up on North 10th Street, Park Avenue Coffee. Right, Angela? Am I pointing to the right place?
Yes, I
Okay.
think so. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere
Park
around there.
Avenue Coffee. Yeah, the Park Avenue Coffee is going to be
Yeah.
our HQ.
So our HQ, when you first arrive to set, you'll park and then you'll come and check in at Park Avenue Coffee. You'll be assigned a radio. You'll get your headset, your radio, your clippy, and take it with you and go to your first assignment. Each barricade on the inside of our set will have a letter on it, so you'll always know that you're in the right place. And at the beginning of your shift, you'll be given a radio and a yellow safety vest. We ask that you turn in the yellow safety vest back at HQ at the end of the day. Also, put the radio back at HQ on a charger so it can be charged up for the next day. Keep your headset with you and turn it in on your last day on set to Angela. And that way we don't have to, deal with cleaning 30 different little earbuds. So everybody has their own and you kind of keep it and I'll clean them later. Angela, am I missing anything?
I think that is, I want to reiterate, like with our barricade situation, our call time right now is on Friday, is estimated to be at 2 p.m. So I don't want to say that is the final time, but most likely it's going to be 2 p.m. So when you arrive on set, the barricade's already going to be in place. So you will see most likely Stephen and our other line producer Jacob will be there to help you guys, wave you guys in. So you will see the barricade and then just trust the process. We will have our producers and additional PA or myself there to wave you guys into our barricade blocks. So just to let you know that to reiterate, I think that's all I can think of. I think I would, with this particular subject matter, that's all I can add to. Do you want to talk about the porta potty? We have.
Yeah. So we're going to have a porta potty located here at this corner.
Yep, right there. So we have one restroom, one inside Park Avenue Cafe, and then one porta potty. So that would be our setup for day 1 and day 2.
And in case you guys are wondering, when you're opposed to these barricades, you don't have to worry about abandoning your post and come for lunch, because I am going to be in a golf cart going around to all the barricades delivering water and snacks. I will bring you your food. I will be your loyal servant as well as your leader on this one, so I can get you guys what you need and make sure that you're comfortable and taken care of.
Yes, and please make sure to bring a lawn chair or folding chair, something that you can sit. Okay, I think that's all I can think of with regarding to day 1 and day 2 parking and barricade arrangement and logistic.
And I'll just to give you a peek at the schedule, this is the document that you're going to be sending an email sometime tonight following this meeting. Just look for your name and see where you're posted at what barricade, and just reference the map so you know where to go. There are some, and this is just for the barricades, folks. So like if you see, your name here and there's no letter, that, that either means that you're not there yet due to a time restriction, or you're not assigned to a barricade at that time. I didn't really spend a whole lot of time putting X's through areas where people aren't on set that day. perhaps I should. I'll have to see how much time I have. But this document is purely just so those who are assigned to barricades at a given time frame know where they have to go. So don't take this as, oh, I'm not listed on a barricade on this time, so that means I'm not on set. No, it just means you're not on barricade during the time. Um, so yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Renata.
Sorry I'm late.
You okay? Renata. Let me see.
And just for anyone who might be joining, like Renata just did, this meeting is being recorded, and we will be posting the meeting on YouTube, so all the information will be able to be seen by everybody.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add, Stephen?
Oh, yes. So just like it's important not to leave someone by themselves at a barricade, it's also very important that if you're going anywhere outside of our area, don't go alone. You know, I know there's a lot of bad juju about downtown St. Louis. It's a great town, but you know, you don't necessarily want to be all by yourself walking that late at night. It's just a safety concern. So if you have to go anywhere, make sure that you go with a friend and tell someone where you're going if you're going to leave. Make sure Angela knows, because if you leave and you don't tell Angela and we can't find you, it's going to be a panic situation. So just keep that in mind.
So with that, I would say just don't go outside of the barricade unless there's, like special circumstances.
Yeah.
Like other than that, just don't. Just stay within the area that we have established as our quarantine safe zone, and just don't wander off, please. All right. Shall we move on to my portion?
Absolutely. And so I'm going to go on mute. You have the co-host controls, so you should be able to take it from here, Angela.
Okay.
I've got to step away for a little bit. Angela will kind of guide the rest of the meeting. So
hold on, Stephen, before you leave. Okay, guys, regarding to what we were just discussing, what we just told you, do you have any questions or concern for Stephen? Now's the time.
I'm worried I'm not going to be able to make it on the last day of production. Who do I talk to about that?
Last day of production. So last day is March 3rd, Monday,
yeah,
right?
Winnie Moore. Yeah.
Okay. We can talk later. I'll make a mark for that. That's
Okay.
fine. Okay. And like everyone save my number, please. If you want to contact me, text message is the best way so I can respond to you. Sometimes I can't pick up the phone depending on what I'm doing. So my email address, my phone number, they are included in the email that I sent you guys. So yeah, go ahead and save my contact information in your phone, and you can just text me if you have any question. State clearly, who you are, what project you're from, and we can go from there.
Yeah, likewise with my information. My number is at the bottom of my email, so you can save that one as well. But if you text is the best, and make sure that you say who you are and what production, because we all work on a bunch of stuff. So we want to make sure we get it right.
Okay, is that the only question? So very cool. All right, then yeah, Stephen, go ahead and relinquish control to me.
Yes, relinquish control to Angela. All right. Looking forward to working with everybody. See you guys on set.
All right. Thank you, Stephen.
Welcome.
Okay. All right, everyone, welcome again. Once again, I am the first AD on this project. Thank you for coming to this meeting. So what I want to talk about tonight really is just aspect of what to do and what are the expectations on set as far as some of the different elements that are specific to DKP. So I want to start with saying that I'm gonna ask a question again, like who in this Zoom call is a first-time PA, as in you've never been to set, you've never worked on set, or maybe you just like 1 or 2 times you've been on set. Okay, I have 1 person. Okay, so the rest you have some experience. Whether okay, I see 3. Okay, so you have some experience as far as like working on student set and or a professional set, or maybe a a project you work on like from like with local filmmakers. Yes. Okay. So on this set, we will be using walkie-talkies, as Stephen just mentioned. So it is very important that please read through the material I sent you guys as far as like the walkie lingos and like walkie etiquette. And there's also a presentation slide that I created. It's for another nonprofit that I work for. It's a condensed version of like basically the best etiquette. How do you behave on set to be successful? So that is in like a PowerPoint slide format. And then finally, there's also another video which state like 10 things not to do on set. So those are all really helpful tips that will be helpful for you working on any set. So not just this set, it's just something that will be very helpful. Whether you are a seasoned professional or you're just starting off, it's always good to review that. So please read those, study some of those information, especially with the walkie lingos before Friday. As far as being PAs, so fortunately, it's looking like this weekend, this week's weather is warmer. We is going to be a night shoot the first 3 days, especially the first 2 days. We're going to be outside most of the time, downtown. The weather is looking like between 30 to 50. So I'm guessing probably around 40 would be the temperature I am anticipating when we're working late at night downtown, outside. But so make sure to dress accordingly, comfortably. Make sure you have lots of pockets. Pockets will be your best friend. If you have a production like fanny pack or production belt to put your stuff in, that's even better. Pockets. Make sure that you have deep pockets in your clothes. And if you can, with your phone, make sure that your smartphone is your battery is sufficient to go without charging for like the all 12, 13 hours that you're going to be outside. If not, then you should definitely consider bringing a portable battery that you can use to recharge your phone. Because in addition to using a walkie, we will probably be using the phone to communicate as well, like texting each other or calling when it's necessary. So that would be secondary, because using a walkie would be for the most urgent matters. And if there's something other than the most urgent tasks and maybe are more complicated, chances are we're going to be using text message. It's also, with safety concern, like if you can't walkie someone, you can use a phone and call someone. So make sure that your phone is fully charged and can last the whole night without charging, or bring a portable battery, definitely. Bring a flashlight, that is always going to be helpful if you're working on a outdoor exterior night shoot. Yeah, so those are like the key items I would at least bring with me as my starter PA kit. Let's see. And once again, please bring a folding chair, a lawn chair, something that you can use to sit comfortably with. We are for the first 2 days at least, because once again, we're going to be downtown, outside. HQ is available. We're going to set up HQ for, with lunch will be set up inside. But once again, if you're on barricade duty during a lunch break, you will be eating your lunch outside at your assigned barricade point. Please remember to bring a water bottle, a refillable water bottle. So we're trying to be green as possible, so we don't have like a bunch of plastic half empty water bottle everywhere out on the street. And so please bring your refillable water bottle. Let's see. So there is also an element of wardrobe. We will potentially need more extras for first day. The first scene that we are doing is an ambitious scene. It requires like pedestrian like running on the street, basically. So if you are interested in being an extra, you don't have to dress all black, dark clothing to the set. So just dress regularly, dress your regular casual clothing. Make sure like there's no large logo. And so we can, whenever it's necessary, we might need a few more extra in the background. We will be able to do so. So yeah, just in general, this is not a set. It's a big set. You don't need to wear like all dark clothing since we're already out at night. Just wear your regular, comfortable, warm clothing. That's totally fine. So yeah, if you're interested in being a extra, also let me know. Either you can email me or text me. So I can just get an idea of who is interested, like when the time comes when we do need a few extras, and which we will. We definitely will need a few more extras for certain scenes. Okay, and then back to transportation. Ricky, our director. So I think some of you are familiar with him or friends with him. His mother is going to be doing the catering for us. She drives a RAV4, Toyota RAV4, and she will be meeting us on campus as far as like bringing the food for set, but she's not comfortable driving downtown. So she has requested assistant in driving that. So do we have anyone here tonight that are interested in volunteering? So this will be a assigned position right away. It's a full-time position of 4 days. You will be helping Ricky's mom, and you can drive her RAV4 as well. So you won't be using your own vehicle. So if you're comfortable driving RAV4 and you are interested in volunteering for this, anyone? No one at all? We really need help in here. So like that doesn't mean that you are not, oh, Marsh. Okay, thank you, Marsh. So Marsh, once again, text me after this call. And so just, your name, PA, what we talked about as far as what you'll be doing, so I can get that arranged and send that information to Ricky, and he can get that information with his mom, and we can start coordinating the details. So thank you so much. Okay, I have here written that Tessa, I think one of the producer mentioned that Tessa might need a transportation, but I think that is already solved. Is that correct, Tessa?
I can just take the metro. It's fine.
I would rather you carpool with someone. Is there anyone here on campus that are willing to, do you stay on campus, Tessa?
I'm actually a WashU student.
Oh, yeah, WashU student. Okay, well, welcome to our set. Welcome to this project. Thank you so much. Let me think. Where do you live at WashU?
I live in the village.
I'm also a WashU student and I have a car. I can pick you
Oh,
up.
cool. Yes. So
Okay,
Tessa
cool. Thank you so much.
and Luke, yes, please. Yeah, link up, yeah, and then figure out the transportation. Okay, thank you so much. All right, that is so. Yes, please don't take the metro to set, especially the first 2 days. I do not recommend that. It's just a safety concern, and we'll be wrapping late at night as well. So I do not recommend that. So no one else is thinking of taking the metro, correct? No? Okay, good. All right, moving forward. Another aspect is, once again, for the first day, we do have a very ambitious one take that requires having vehicle as set dressing on the side of the road. So it'll be on park on the side, two sides of 10th Street. So if you are interested in being part of our set dressing, let me know. Yeah, once again, text me. And we will, once again, we need help with the set dressing situation to make sure that 10th Street doesn't look too empty. So please contact me and let me know, and text me your name and the make and model of your car so we can kind of keep track of which vehicle we have for the purpose of set dressing. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Expectation, walkies. Okay. So as far as communication, so once you get your walkie and you read the article and videos and presentation slide that I sent you, the one key element when you have a walkie is that if I am saying something, or if anyone, say a producer, say Steven is saying something on the walkie, please answer. So the saddest thing on set is if someone say, hey, like, eyes on DP. So meaning eyes on is like, where is the DP? And it's silence, like just all around the radio, just silence. That's the saddest thing ever. So there's no point of us having walkie if there's no communication. So if someone says something, ask a question, and it's like a general question, it's not really directed at anyone, answer. Like be like, I don't have eyes on the DP, or like I'll go look for him, or something like that. So I just make sure that there is communication. So another thing I will keep doing is that I will call out whenever we are about to roll and whenever we cut. Then the purpose of that is to let you know, okay, we're rolling now. So no sound, no movement while we're rolling, so that we don't get any extra noise or unnecessary movement into the frame. So that's the reason I will keep calling that out. With email, so sending out call sheets, same thing. So if I send out a call sheet, or actually in this case, our second AD, he will be the one sending out a call sheet, respond to the email. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can just respond copy. That's it. So like we send out a call sheet to, day one, call time is this time, location, all that. This is the call sheet, gigantic information, all that. Just respond copy, so we know that you receive it. Yeah. So like the number one rule is just to make sure if we reach out, always respond. A simple response is fine, so we know that you receive it. Let's see. Okay, safety aspect. So this is, once again, it is an ambitious project. How many of you have actually read the script? Anyone? You can just speak up. No one? Okay, so I'll give a general idea. It's basically, it's like first day of a collapse of society. So think of it, I always describe it as, think of it as the first day of a zombie outbreak, although it's not necessarily a zombie scenario. It's really more of a end day cult situation where they're poisoning people, and people are just going berserk because they were poisoned with this mysterious green liquid. So that's kind of like the scenario. If you're a fan of The Last of Us, think of like the first episode of The Last of Us, when just all hell just break loose in the middle of the night, and civilization just collapse, just very quickly within the next like 12 to 24 hours. So that's kind of the scenario we have. We do have non-firing weapons on set. So these are non-firing rifles and handgun. So they literally, like, it's just a solid prop. However, we want to adhere to the safety protocol of having an armor on set, meaning no one is to approach or move or touch our prop weapons except for our cast member and our armorer. So this is, once again, so we can keep track of what appears to be actual weapons. We never want any possibility of mixing up what could potentially be the real thing. This is why only the armorer and the cast member assigned to such weapon are allowed to touch them. So I want to make that very clear. On the first day to set, we will call a safety meeting. So what that means is when I call a safety meeting, the AD always calls a safety meeting because we are in charge of safety in addition to scheduling and all that. I would need all our PAs to help me call out the safety meeting. So another purpose of PAs, you are my eyes and ears and voice. So if I say, okay, we're calling out safety meeting, gather cast and crew in front of HQ, all the PAs should go out and tell the entire cast and crew, hey, we're having a safety meeting in front of HQ. Let's do it. Let's go. We cannot continue until we're done with our safety meeting. So that will be the first thing we do day one when we get to set and everyone's parked and situated. Within our safety meeting, all this information will be once again explained to and announced to you. So we will have our armor on set. His name is Michael Pierce. He will also explain this in extensive detail. This information will also be attached as a memo as part of the call sheet that we sent out. So make sure that you're aware. And as far as, once again, being on set, do not wander off. Please just remain in the barricade, within the barricade area where our security details are in charge of overseeing to make sure of our safety. If there is any unexpected circumstances where you need to leave, please let me know or let our producer know, like Steven, or we have another line producer that's going to be at the HQ, I think mainly. His name is Jacob Kurtz. When we send out the call sheet, save department head phone number to your phone. So you can contact us. If not by walkie, if not by in person, you can like text us or give us a call or text message. So you always want multiple ways of communicating with us. Yep, okay. So there is a moving vehicle involved, once again, on the first day for our first take, first very long take of the day. I would once again explain this while we are during our safety meeting and before we roll on day one. So there is a moving vehicle involved in this shot. So naturally, do not go into the middle of the road. Just be aware of your surrounding. And when we are shooting, do not go anywhere behind the vehicle. So you always want to be on the side and you never want to be behind it because it's a blind spot. You just don't know what they're doing. And there is movement involved in that shot with a moving vehicle. At one point, they will put it in reverse. So just be on the lookout and make sure that you are not going anywhere near the moving vehicle. Just stay on the side of the street, please. Yeah, so with walkies, so make sure that walkies are always with you, and we will have a walkie station set up. And part of the rotation of our PA duties, so 2 PAs will be in charge of the distribution and labeling of our walkies, and like whenever they need to be charged, checking to make sure that they are properly inserted into a charging station. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to do that. So you want to make sure, double check to make sure that it is inserted to charging station properly. So that's part of the rotation of duties that you will be doing as a PA in addition to the barricade duties. Yeah, so on that note, I will list out, so some other duties that you will be doing in addition to being in charge of distribution and the collection and charging of the walkies. You will be helping wardrobe, so like steaming our wardrobe to make sure that they're ready for our talent. You will be potentially helping G&E move equipment. You'll be helping art department in any of the aspects that are necessary. And you'll be also helping with resetting each of the scenes, depending on what is necessary for that scene, resetting the environment. The camera team, depending on what they need, you will also be helping with that. Crafty, so we will also need 2 PAs to help manage and organize the crafty tables, and making sure that we have, crafty are nicely organized And we have a nice assortment of things, having hot beverages ready, making sure that coolers are filled, and this is for every PAs too. Like every hour or so, you can, if you're thinking, I don't have anything to do right now, and we're still setting up, what can I do? You can go around and ask the crew, like if they need anything to drink, because G&E and camera teams, sometimes they're just too busy to go and grab drinks for themselves. So they'll be very grateful if you go up to them and ask, hey, do you need anything? Do you need a snack? Do you want water? Do you want energy drink? And just deliver that to them. So just check kind of like every an hour or so to help them out. Yeah, I think that's all I can think of to kind of talk about as far as like just a general sense of idea as far as being on set. Any questions, concern, comments?
For the walkie-talkie etiquette,
Yes.
will it be a problem if I can't remember all of the terms and
No
codes?
problem at all. Yes. So yes, thank you. Thank you for bringing that question up. So don't worry. So if if you're like, I don't know what you're saying, just say plain language. That's totally fine. Or if you don't know what I'm saying, just say, what do you mean? And I'll just use plain language. Yeah. So don't be too stressed out about it. It's just that like within the professional crew, they might be using the professional lingo. So you might hear it just kind of like being used. So I just kind of want you to get an idea of what those lingo would be. But if you are like, I don't know what you're saying, just say, what do you mean? And I'll just say it in plain language. So it's not an issue at all. Okay. So everyone here is good? Everyone here excited to be on set?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I'm so glad to have everyone here, and I'm looking forward to working with you all. Let me go over my notes once again, just since I already have you guys here, to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we did, we got it done 50 minutes before 9 o'clock. All right, great. So yeah, thank you so much for being here once again. Pay attention to your emails because we will be sending you additional information before Friday. Expect the call sheet to be sent out by Thursday morning, the latest. And if you have any questions, once again, text me. So just and I'll be able to respond to you. PAs that are helping with our catering, transportation. So that's with Ricky's mom. That's Marsh. Once again, please text me after this call so I can just start corresponding as far as connecting you with Ricky and his mother and figure out the whole situation. Yeah. So make sure to bring your phone, bring a charger if you don't have one, if you need one. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to working with you all. And if you know anyone that's also going to be a PA on this set and they can't make it to this meeting, there is going to be a recorded version of this available, like Stephen said. But feel free to just, just send the message out. Just like tell everyone that will also be on the set. What we discussed on this call, and the potential information or question that they may have. And if they do have any questions, once again, tell them to reach out to me. All right. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night. And let me check if there's 2 messages here. Oh, okay. Yeah, we already went to that. All right. And that's it. So if you have any, I'm going to stay on just a little longer, but if you're done and you have no more questions, you can go ahead and log off and enjoy the rest of your night. If you have anything else you want to talk about, you can stay on and we can chat some more. All right. Emily. Okay.
Hi, yes.
Hello. Yes.
I was late. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Yeah, I just tuned in about the end about 15 minutes to the end. So I was wondering if there's anything I missed that was pretty important.
Okay, so we at the beginning of the call, we talked about our parking situation for day 1 and 2, since we have 2 streets that are blocked off downtown for our first 2-day shoot. The information is available, and this meeting is recorded. So we will send you, well, not me, Steven, our producer. He will send the link to everyone. So you can get all that information through that. So it's basically we have 2 streets blocked off, and then like all around it we have barricade block off those area. You can just follow direction, and basically you drive from Washington Avenue and then turn into 11th Street, and we will have producers there to wave you in, because the barricade will be already in place, and they will be there to remove the barricade and let you in. But yeah, the more specific and accurate information is available during the beginning of this call. The first like 20 to 25 minutes, we talked about that. And then
Okay.
So as far as safety, please do not wander off the outside of the barricade area. We have a security team available. They are patrolling, the parameter that we blocked off. So just don't wander off. Yeah. And you have your own vehicle, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, great. And I think we talked about, if you're interested in being a extra for our downtown scene, we will need some additional people in the
Oh, yeah,
background.
that'd be awesome.
Great. So I will mark you down as extra. And so you can just wear, as far as like wardrobe, attire, just wear comfortable regular clothes. You don't need to wear like dark clothing. So a lot of times, production, they'll say wear dark color, black clothing. Not necessary on this set. It's a large set. It's already, a night shoot. So I would actually prefer that you guys don't wear dark clothing so I can actually see you. Just wear comfortable, warm clothing and dress according to our weather. Maybe bring an extra coat to put in your car just in case it gets colder than expected. Bring your own refillable water bottle, because we're trying to just reduce waste, and we don't have like a bunch of like half empty water bottles everywhere. Safety meeting first thing in the morning. So when we call safety meeting, I expect all of our PAs to help me send that message out. Basically, just like, let cast and crew, everyone know, hey, we're having a safety meeting, and most likely it will be in front of the HQ. So everyone would just go around and gather all the rest of the cast and crew, so we can have our safety meeting, and we will talk everything in detail once again, as far as like what are the aspect that we need to be paying attention to as far as safety. So that's one thing. And as far as we do have prop weapons on set. These are non-firing prop weapons, but they look like real weapons, and we don't want any possibility of our prop weapon be mixed up in like actual real weapons coming from unknown source. You just never know. It's a big set. There's a lot of people. So no one touches a prop weapon. Only our armor and our assigned cast member that are required to hold those weapons will be touching those weapons, prop weapons. No one else. So just don't do it. Making sure to pay attention to your surroundings at all time. Just don't, if you're like, we have an assignment for our PAs, you will be doing barricade duty, I think like every 3 hours on the first 2 days. And then you'll be switched to more exciting duties, like maybe like helping art department out, or helping to distribute like crafty service setup, and or like walkie setup, things like that. But just like when you are assigned to say a barricade duty, it will seem like you're just kind of sitting there, but like we are assigning you there for a reason. So we want to make sure that if there's any kind of what we call bogeys, which would be like unspecified, unknown people trying to walk onto our set, or like just any kind of reason of concern, we need to be our eyes and ear to say, hey, like I spotted this person wandering off outside our parameter. So in that case, we'll be able to call security right away and have them removed, like things like that. So just always be vigilant, and yeah, don't be like just engrossed like in your phone, please. Yeah, I think that is all I can think of. Buddy system, like the first 2 days, we signed 2 person per barricade, 2 PAs per barricade for a reason. So don't wander off without telling someone. Always let our producer, Steven, knows. So if you are, say you need to go to the bathroom, you can walkie our producer, Steven, and he will be driving a golf cart. So like in that case, like he can either take your place while you use the restroom, or like we can figure out like, what to do. So we don't leave like one single person at a barricade. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. And yeah, talk to you soon. Okay. Ronaldo, you're still on the call. Do you have any questions for me? Or maybe you're just not, you're not there right now. Okay. All right. So that will be the end of this call. Thank you, everyone.
Ooh, can you hear me?